used to wake up just to hear you breathe. Your shadow felt like home to me. I wore your silence like a crown. The love me never letting down. I gave my youth to all your storms. Called your broken parts worn. I stayed when leaving made more sense. Back when loving you was enough once. Loving you was enough once. Before I learned what love should be, I held on when my hands were numb. You were everything I need. Loving you was enough once, but enough can still be wrong. I don't hate you, I just grew. I finally heard my own song. I mistook pain for something deep. Thought real love never let you sleep. I learned to smile through quiet tears. Made excuses year by year. You never asked me to stay small, but you never saw me at all. I don't blame you, I just see what that kind of love did to me. Loving you was enough once, when I didn't know my worth. I thought firm in destiny, didn't know it could burn. Loving you was enough once. Now it's just a chapter closed. I survived the loving part. Now I'm learning how to hold. But I don't need you to be sorry. I don't need to lay goodbye. I just needed me to choose me. Look myself straight in the eyes. Loving you was enough once, but I need more to stay alive. I don't miss who I became, just a girl before she tried. Loving you was enough once, but loving me is now my home. The house is quiet, finally still. No thunder in my chest tonight. I survived the nights you left and the wars inside my mind. I used to beg the sky for signs. Now I just breathe in, let it pass. The storm didn't break my heart, it taught me how to last. This is the calm after the heart storm, where the silence doesn't scream. I'm standing in the aftermath of who you used to be. This is a calm after the heart storm. I'm bruised but I'm still warm. I found myself in the wreckage of the calm after the heart storm. heartstone where I finally belong. I didn't lose you in the rain. I found myself all alone. The storm is gone, and so are you. I saw your face in a passing car, didn't feel my heart collapse. Just a quiet ache, like faded ink on a photograph. You don't live in my nightmares now. You don't haunt my afternoons. You're not a scar I hide anymore. You're a memory, not a wound. You're a memory, not a wound. You don't hurt me when I breathe. You're just a name I used to say when love still felt like me. You're a memory, not a wound. I don't bleed when you appear. You're just a chapter I survived, not something I still fear. I can hear a song on the radio and let it play through. No shaking hands, no tears to hide, no wishing I was you. Time did what I never could. It softened every truth. I don't need closure from your mouth. I found it in my youth. You're a memory, not a wound. You don't wake me up at night. You're just a moment that once mattered in a different life. You're a memory, not a wound, and that's the victory. I loved you once with everything. Now you live peacefully. I don't erase you. I don't pretend you never meant a thing. I just don't let the past decide what tomorrow brings. You're a memory, not a wound. I say it soft, I say it true. I made a life you never broke, and I'm proud of what I grew. I used to curse your name at night, blame you for the dark. Every tear, every empty room, every fragile heart. But pain is hands that shape us slow in ways we never see. You broke me open just enough to let the light in me. I learned how to say thank you, not for the way you left, but for the strength I didn't know I had inside my chest. I learned how to say thank you. you finally heal. I learned my worth has boundaries. My heart needs room to breathe. I learned that love should feel like home, not something you beg to keep. You are a lesson dressed as love, and I passed it through the pain. I wouldn't be this woman now if you had stayed the same. I learned how to say thank you through shaking hands and tears. You taught me what I won't accept for the rest of my years. I learned how to say thank you and mean it when I do. I don't want you back in my life, but I thank life for you. Forgiveness isn't forgetting, it's choosing not to bleed. I don't carry you with anger now, I carry what I need. I learned how to say thank you and walk away with grace. You were a door that had to close so I could find my place. Thank you. Now we didn't shatter, we didn't scream. No words thrown like knives. We just faded out of the frame of each other's lives. Your coffee cup still on the shelf, your shirt still smells like June, but nothing hurts, it's just a hush, like a late night moon. Our love softly closed, no locks, no blame, no fight, just two hearts letting go at the right time. Our love softly closed like a book we both outgrew. I'll always love who we were, just not what we grew into. We try to bend, we try to stay, but love can feel the truth. Sometimes holding on too long is the thing that breaks you. I don't regret a single kiss or the plans we made. I just accept that forever sometimes means a fade. okay with me. Some endings are beautiful when they're honest and free. Goodbye. Silence like a language, every sigh, every part. I memorized the way it hurt and still called it love. I slept beside the weight of you like it was where I belonged. I didn't know I was surviving, I thought I was strong. The sadness that felt like home had your name on every wall. I mistook the ache for comfort, I didn't question it at all. The sadness that felt like home held me close, kept me warm. I didn't know I was freezing till I stepped into the dawn. It felt too quiet, smiled when I should cry. I kept the peace by breaking myself a little more each night. I call it loyalty, I call it fate, anything but fear. I didn't see how much of me was disappearing here. The sadness that felt like home was a place I learned to stay. I built my heart around the pain, pushed my knees away. The sadness that felt like home wasn't love, just familiar ground. I didn't know there was a way out till I finally turned around. Leaving felt like losing gravity, like learning how to breathe. But peace doesn't have to feel painful to be real to me. Leaving felt like losing gravity, like learning how to breathe. But peace doesn't have to feel painful to be real to me. The sadness that felt like home, there's a house I left behind. I'm learning joy shouldn't cost my soul. Take my peace with time. I loved you there, but I don't live there now. We were young in a fragile way, no armor, no disguise. Every touch was a promise, every look a lie. We believed, we didn't know how it end. We just knew how it felt. For a moment in time, we were the best of ourselves. We loved, and there was stay. Not as pain, not as longing, just a warm yesterday we love. And that was enough. I used to flinch when someone said it, like a bruise beneath my skin. Your name was a sharp reminder of where I'd been. But time is gentle when it wants to be, and cool when it must. It taught me how to carry memories without breaking trust. Your name no longer hurts, it's just a sound in the air. It doesn't pull me backward or catch me unaware. Your name no longer hurts, I can finally say it out loud. It's just a piece of who I was, not who I am now. I don't erase what we went through, I don't pretend it was small, but I don't live inside the echo of your shadow on my wall. I found myself between the cracks where I thought I'd fall apart. Turns out the heart is stronger when it's handled soft. Your name no longer hurts, it doesn't keep me awake, it doesn't ask for forgiveness or beg me to stay. Your name no longer hurts, and that feels like release. I didn't lose myself to love, I learned how to heal. Pain fades when it's understood, when you stop asking why. Some goodbyes don't need answers, they just need time. Your name no longer hurts, and that's how I know I'm free. You were a chapter in my life, not the whole story of me. Your name no longer hurts, and neither do I. I spent so long wishing you loved me more, like love was a number I could beg for. But love isn't measured by what it becomes. Sometimes it's perfect for where you're from. I accepted the love we had, not the love I wanted to keep. You gave me what you could give, and I gave you all of me. I accepted the love we had, without anger, without blame. It wasn't wrong, it wasn't weak, it just couldn't stay the same. I stopped rewriting every moment, looking for where it went wrong. Some stories end quietly, not because they weren't strong. accepted the love we had and laid it gently down. I don't carry it like a burden, I carry it like sound. I accepted the love we had and that gave me peace. Not every love is meant to last, some are meant to teach. Acceptance isn't giving up, it's seeing clearly at last. It's loving what was honest without chaining the past. I accepted the love we had, and I finally feel whole. Because I don't need more from you to be proud of my soul. I accepted the love we had, and I let it go. I accepted the love we had. We didn't promise forever, we promised honesty. Two hearts open and willing to feel deeply. We knew the risk from the start, still stepped inside. Some loves aren't about staying, they're about being alive. This was romance without regret. No lies, no disguise. I loved you with open hands and open eyes. Romance without regret, even though we said goodbye. I live it all again, just to feel that light. We dance on borrowed time and fragile dreams. Every kiss a moment we chose to believe. Didn't run from the ending when it came too soon. We just held it gently, like a fading moon. This was romance without regret. No shame, I still sleep in peace. Romance without regret. That was us. That was us. I found you laughing and no voicemail. Didn't expect it to feel okay. I thought it would break me open, but it didn't hurt that way. There was a time I couldn't breathe when your name crossed my mind. Now it just feels like a photograph softened by time. You're the memory that smells bad, not the one that makes me cry. You don't pull me into the past, you just wave as I pass by. You're the memory that smells bad, like we did something right. I lost you, but I didn't lose every beautiful night. I remember how your hand felt when the world was too loud. You held me without fixing me, and I meant something now. We weren't perfect, we weren't strong all the time, it's true. But I don't rewrite the ending to erase me and you. You're the memory that smells bad when I least expect your face. You don't ask me to come closer, you just stay in your place. You're the memory that smells bad, and I smile too somehow. I don't live there anymore, but I don't shut it out. No, not every love needs healing, some just need respect. Some moments are meant to live on without regret. You're the memory that smells back, and that's a gift I keep. You were real, you were kind, and you still bring me peace. You smile back, and I let you. I used to miss you loudly, like the world should feel my pain. Every empty room was screaming, every night the same. I reached for you in strangers, in songs, in passing cars. I thought missing meant holding on until it left a scar. I learned to miss softly, like a breath I let pass. I don't chase the ache anymore, I let it come and last. I learned to miss softly, without breaking into. I can love what we were, without needing to forget you, to move on at all. I miss you. You never try to cage me, never dim my light. You saw my fear and stayed with me through every fight. You didn't promise forever, you promised truth. You loved me like I mattered, even when I was lost in you. That was love that let me grow, not love that made me small. You didn't need to own my heart to give me all. That was love that let me grow, even when we changed. You didn't take yourself from me when you walked away. I learned my strength beside you, not inside your arms. You didn't save me from myself, you taught me how to stand strong. We outgrew the shape we were in, but not the respect. I became more because of you, and I won't forget. That was love that let me grow, without guilt or fear. You didn't hold me back from life, you pushed me near. That was love that let me grow, and I thank you now. Not every ending is lost. I'm sure you how. If love is meant to stay forever, it won't ask you to shrink. And if it leaves you stronger, it was real, I think. That was love that let me grow, and I stand here proud, because I didn't lose myself. I found me alive. That was love, that was love, and I thank you love. That was love, and it You wasn't sudden, it wasn't cool. It came in quiet ways, like knowing something's ending. before it breaks. I felt the truth before the words, before you said goodbye. Some hurts don't feel like betrayal, they just feel right. It was a hurt that made sense. Not sure, not unkind. It didn't steal my dignity, would take my pride. It was a hurt that made sense, like the truth finally said. Some pain feels honest, and love has fled. We try to stretch what wasn't fitting, try to force belief, but love shouldn't feel like effort. Every time you breathe, I don't hate you for the leading, I don't blame myself. You were two good people running out of breath. It was a hurt that made sense, like closure in disguise. I cried, but I didn't shatter. I just realized it was the hurt that made sense. Not to release. Not every ending needs anger. Sometimes need peace. Pain doesn't mean it failed. Sometimes it means it was real. Because if it didn't matter, I wouldn't feel. It was a heart that made sense, and that's why I survived. I didn't lose myself in it. I stayed alive. It hurt, but it made sense. I didn't play it safe with you. I showed you all my flaws, every hope, every doubt, every fragile thought. I loved you without a moon, without a second plan. I didn't know how to pretend. I'm not that kind. I loved you honestly, with my whole heart justified. I loved you honestly, no mess, no hidden truth. And even if you didn't stay, I stay real with you. Yeah, I didn't love to be remembered, I love to be true. I didn't shape myself smaller to be easier for you. If I lost you by being me, I can live with that, because I won't apologize for loving like that. I loved you honestly, and I won't rewrite my past. I'd rather feel it deeply than make a lie that lasts. I loved you honestly, and that's my victory. You may forget the details, but you won't forget me. Real love risks everything, including goodbye. But I'd rather hurt with truth than survive a lie. Not for the ending we lost, but for who was then. I loved you honestly, and that's enough. Like love was something I could say. I thought if I stayed gentle enough, you wouldn't walk away. I blame my heart for feeling tired, for needing room to breathe. But love that costs your inner calm isn't love you're meant to keep. I found peace in letting go, not all at once but slow. I stopped begging for your truth and found my own. I found peace in letting go. When I stopped fighting fate, I didn't lose myself in you, I just learned to walk away. I used to replay every word, looking for a sign, something that would prove to me you were still mine. But silence taught me louder truths than promises ever did. I wasn't weak for loving hard, I was brave for ending it. I found peace in letting go, when holding on felt wrong, when loving you required me to stay too strong. I found peace in letting go, choosing me at last. Some loves are kept it. We didn't end with broken words or doors slammed shut. We just reached a place where love wasn't loud enough. No fire left to chase the dark, no wars left to win. Just two hearts standing still, wondering who they've been. It was love that became quiet strength, not weakness, not regret. It taught me how to stand alone without feeling empty. Love that became quiet strength, didn't beg or demand. It held my hand and let it go, so I could understand. You loved me in the only way you knew how to give, and I stopped asking you to teach me how to live. We weren't wrong, just out of time, out of words to say. Sometimes love grows into respect and gently steps away. It was love that became quiet when the passion calmed. I didn't lose myself in you, I learned how to move on. Love that became quiet strength, didn't leave me small. It helped me find my balance when I thought I'd fall. If love doesn't last forever, it doesn't mean it lasts. Some love stay in your backbone long after goodbye. It was love that became quiet strength, and I carry you with pride, because I walked away home, not alone inside. I used to fight the lonely nights like they were my enemy. I cursed the tears, the empty space, and what you took from me. But sadness stayed when no one else knew how to sit close. It taught me things about my heart I never would have known. You're the sadness I thank now for teaching me my worth, for showing me how deep I feel and what that depth is worth. Through your sadness I thank now for every truth you gave. You broke me just enough to help me learn to stay. spent years asking love to be something it wasn't, waiting for it to grow louder or finally soften. But love doesn't change just because we hope. Sometimes it shows up quietly and says, "This is all I can hold." I accepted what love was, not what I wished it to be. I stopped breaking my own heart, trying to force a fantasy. I accepted what love was without bitterness or blame. It wasn't lacking, it was honest, and that changed everything. You gave me what you had to give, and I gave what I could. No one failed, no one lied. We misunderstood. Love doesn't always mean staying or building a life. Sometimes it's learning when to leave with grace and tide. I accepted what love was and finally felt relief. I didn't need more promises, just honesty. I accepted what love was and laid my anger down. I don't need more from the past to stand strong now. Acceptance is a quiet kind of power. It doesn't shout or fight, it just lets go of the struggle and chooses life.